so we have got ourselves a code orange. If you don't know what a code orange is, that is going to be like the first glimpses of fall, spooky season, Halloween in stores for the season. A lot of times this does happen pretty darn early in the year. That is great for those of us who craft because it gives us so much time to get our projects done before it's actually fall. Right now it is the beginning of July and I am in my yarn room and I am sweating right now wearing all of this wool. But I just wanted to show you how much I love this new yarn, and I have kind of hinted about it a little bit in a few other videos, and if you're on my email list, you already saw, chances are, a video of this yarn where I did a sneak peek of it last month. If you're not subscribed, I'll have the information down in the description box. It's totally free, so definitely hop on over and sign up for that. This yarn I absolutely loved. I had seen it on Knit Picks, and it's Knit Picks Chroma. Got it in both the worsted and in the fingering weight. So I made my asymmetrical scarf out of the fingering weight, and my hat is out of the worsted. Let's head over to Knit Picks real quick, and I'll show you over there fiber content and composition is, and just their description of the colors inside of it. So let's go. Here I am over at knitpicks.com, and I've pulled up the chroma and the fingering weight right here, and as you can see, it is 70% superwash wool, 30% nylon. This is just under 400 yards in a 100 gram ball, and it will be $12.99 for All Hallows because it is brand new. It isn't one of the sale ones, but that is okay because it is so beautiful. So as you can see here, so I'm going to bring up All Hallows here, and you can see how pretty that is. That is knitted up, but this does say on here that get out your pumpkins and prepare for autumn with All Hallows. This colorway features black, charcoal, light orange, and pumpkin orange. And I will say that I felt like in mine it did also have an olive green and a little bit of, a rusty red, and also like a midnighty type of blue. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. And here I'm bringing up the worsted weight. It's also 70% superwash and 30% nylon. And for the 100 gram ball, you're getting just under 200 yards. And it's the same price, $12.99. And it does talk here just a little bit about the way it is. Really gives you a hand-spun look to the yarn. And I would definitely agree with that. So I'm going to bring up All Hallows here again. You can see what it looks like knitted up. Super duper pretty. And again, the same type of colors. If you were just looking at the ball, you might think it was just the gold and black, but it's really not. You've got those other colors too. So I knew when I saw this that I had to pick it up because it's not so Halloween-y that you can't wear it just in the fall. Now, it is called All Hallows, which, but I think I can get by with wearing this all fall, definitely all October, and not have it be like the Hirschner's Halloween sparkle yarns are super fun. I love them. Like I said, they're just super fun. But some of those are pretty darn Halloween-y, like the candy corn one, just like they are Halloween-y. Where this, I feel like you can definitely take it and stretch it out a little bit further. Now, the hat is my own design, and I've had a lot of people recently asking about how I make the hat. So one of my very next couple videos after this is going to be how to make the hat. I put it off for quite a while because I knew that tutorials were not my strong point, but everybody who watched and commented on my Bolero video was so kind in the comments and made me realize that it's totally okay to put out a type of tutorial or instruction that isn't going to be quite the same as like a really in-depth top-down type of video. So I will go ahead and get working on that very, very shortly, because this literally is the easiest beanie you will ever see. But this is just the worsted, and I had about this much left over. So if you wanted to make your beanie a little bit longer than I do, I like to have mine scrunched up. But if you wanted it longer to have more of a brim like that, you absolutely could. And I think that would probably just use up the rest of the yarn. But I will hang on to this. I don't know what I would do with it, but I will just hang on to it because I did really like it. And it is possible that in the future I might buy more of it for a different project. So let's get into this asymmetrical scarf shawl. It's not my design, but I will have a link down in the description box to the tutorial on how to do it. The video takes you through the first couple rows, and you just literally keep going as long as you want it. So her video was not fingering weight yarn. It was a different weight. It was like a Karen cotton cake. So I don't know what those are, but you just keep going till you make it as long as you want. And I ended up using I used one full ball of this and then maybe about a quarter or a third of the second one, because I realized it was getting pretty darn big and I didn't want it to become a full-blown shawl. You can see I've got it kind of swept over my shoulder, and I just used a pin to pin it up here. I always look for like pretty type of pins at thrift stores because I feel like they're kind of a thrifted hidden gem that a lot of people just aren't looking for. I mean, you don't really see people wearing like a lot of brooches or lapel pins anymore, but it is such a perfect way to secure a scarf or shawl. I will not be wearing this fall with short sleeves, so if it does look a little bit strange because of my short sleeves, again, it's because I'm in a super hot room right now and I needed the short sleeves. I really did. So I would be wearing it with long sleeves, and I wear a lot of dresses at work, so I plan on pairing this just with a solid color long sleeve dress. So probably like either an olive or a brown, something like that, or maybe even I have like a dark blue. I think that would look good with all of those options. I just think it is super fun. I really liked it. It is the chroma. It is wool. It is a wool blend, but it is very, very soft and it is not very itchy. So what I'm going to do for the rest of this video is I'm going to pop this off so I can show you a little more of the scarf, just the shape of it. But I'm going to keep the hat on because, like I said, it's super hot in here and my hair is now ruined for the rest of the day. A hat must be worn. Yeah, this is just one of these type of pins. I paid $1 for it, and I know I will be using this on multiple different scarves. So yeah, here is the very top. This is how wide it is. If I were to block it, I know it would become a little bit bigger, but I kind of liked the drapiness, and like I kind of liked how it turned a little bit kind of swirly here at the bottom. But you're definitely willing to, if you want to block it and like that, definitely do it. But it's a boomerang scarf. So, it is, one side is shaped and it curves and the other side stays straight. This was a very fast working pattern. I really, really loved it. She didn't really specify anything on the end about how to finish it off. I did a row of single crochet at the very top, the very last row, just to give it a little bit more stability. I don't know if it did or not, but in my mind, I thought it would. Here is a better look at Knit Picks Chroma in All Hallows. I can't really tell like what my favorite color part is. I don't know, I kind of want to say it's this very like midnighty blue color that's in there, like a bluish black. I don't know. I just think it is super pretty. It almost has like I mean, it's definitely got like a rainbow feel, but definitely more of like an autumnal rainbow. Yeah, I just completely love this. This is all single crochets and chains, so very, very beginner friendly pattern. Anyone can do this. Let me show you. So I had 2 successes and I have 2 fails. So let me show you a little bit more about that. I very, very first started trying to take the worsted, and I was going to make one of my go-to beanies, and you see it a lot. It's like a slouchy granny square beanie that I have. I will link that below. It's from Alicia from Little John's Yarn, but it's just like a go-to solid pattern. But when I started working on that with the worsted, I did not like how the stripes were playing out. To me, it looked much more just like I was using different colors of yarn, and I just didn't think that pattern suited the stripes. Like the length of the stripes was a little too long, and it didn't have the look. So that's when I frogged all of that, and I was like, okay, we're doing the regular beanie that you always do to actually be able to show, you know, the color transitions. And that's like the strength of this yarn and the beauty of it. So I just wanted to show that off. So I did take some of the fingering weight, and I thought, okay, I have a very difficult yarn that has been sitting in my stash forever, and I'm going to pair it together. It was a K&C yarn, and it is this very strange, you can see it gets, you know, it's very, very fine, and then it's thicker. The package said it was a 4-weight, and I had ordered it online a very, very long time ago, and then was like, ugh, I don't know what to do with this. So I attempted making it into that granny square beanie. Here's what I didn't like about it. Number one, this yarn is a nightmare to work with, and it's soft and it feels decent in here, but there's like, I don't think I can frog this. I really don't. And I did not have enough of this to be able to go through and do the brim of it. So I stopped when I realized it was going to be a problem. The other thing I did not like is that, again, I didn't like in the yarn when it got to the blue and the grays, it just blended in so much with this other yarn. And it started to come back here at the very bottom where I was getting closer to doing the brim. But to me, I didn't like how this worked up. I didn't think that it really showed the prettiness of the yarn. I mean, I like it up here at the top, but I did not like this portion. And then if it was kind of an uneven amount at the brim, I was not sold on it. So I may try to frog this, but I also may not. I may try to just do a row around there and then donate the hat. It's still up in the air. I don't know. This was not something that I felt that I really liked enough that I would probably ever wear. I wish I had better news about this yarn. This is definitely something that I would never, ever, ever purchase again. And then over here, I have started working on one of my beanies again. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to finish it. I'm thinking I won't because I only have this much of the chroma left. So again, that would be like whether or not I decided to frog that. But I have also paired it up with 2 different Hirschner's Afghan yarns. You've heard me say a million times how much I love the Afghan yarn. It's super soft. It is acrylic, but it's just nice. So what I did when holding these together is I actually put a stitch marker right here just to kind of help guide it as it was getting closer, and then I could kind of pull them, and it just kept everything together. So a little tip, this is what it's looking like worked up with the brown and the couple brown shades, and to me this is so much more of a Shannon color than this is. Like, this is cool to me. This has much more of like a night sky look to it. But for me, and to go with the clothes I'm picking out and wearing, like, I just really, really liked having that little bit of accent with the 2 different brown colors. So that is my take on Knit Picks Chroma All Hallows. If you are a spooky person, if you are a fall colors person, I think you will like this yarn. I think you will enjoy it. The price point was around $12 or $13 a ball. You do do get quite a bit in the fingering weight and a decent amount in the worsted. So like I said, you could definitely do a hat out of 1 ball of worsted if it is this pattern. So I will have a link for these yarns down in the description box if you are at all interested in picking it up and getting it done before October. Thank you so much for talking yarn with me today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.